Why the report of the drop in inflation rate in Nigeria is cheering. The situation in the market regarding food prices remains a headache. As such, the federal government has urged retailers to reflect on the reduction in food prices and shun exploitation of consumers. The Minister of Agriculture, Abubakar Kyari, stated this during the 2025 Wheat Farmers Greenfield Day at Dabi village in Ringim local government area of Jigawa state. Kyari decried the nonchalant attitude of retailers to reflect the reduction in their sales despite price drops. He described it as unpatriotic and unacceptable. Yes, the minister said it all. The war against exploitative prices. But the point is, the war against exploitative prices should not be fought with words of mouth alone. Now, in practical terms, what strategy should the federal government be putting in place, to encourage these traders? Not just to tell them reduce your price.
In the first place, you cannot bring down prices of foodstuff or items through moral appeal.
Okay.
It's not going to make any impact.
True.
All over the world, governments enforce. It's a question of law. They enforce policies through certain institutions. So if you are talking about price control, it's a very important mechanism to regulate the society, to moderate the compulsion in the society. Because if any country fails to do that, there is a possibility of social upheaval where people are pushed to the wall. You just discover that people sell tomatoes just any price that they like, onions any price that they like, and the government is looking somewhere saying that we leave it to market forces. Even the most developed countries in the world, Western Europe, the entrenched capital societies, they have price control boards. In UK, they have the National Board for Prices and Incomes, established in 1965 by Harold Wilson. In the US, they have prices control that moderate prices. And there are two types. We have the price ceiling. That means there is a maximum to which prices cannot go. Sure. Then you have the price floor. That means there is a minimum that the prices of items should not go below.
But does the president believe in price control?
You mean?
The president, does he believe in price control?
Well,
during the media charge, he said something about
price control was introduced into Nigeria. It's a law, 1977. So it's not as if we don't have it in our constitution. Because those who fashion that, they know that, look, if everybody is just about savage accumulation of wealth, we are going to have crisis in Nigeria. That people find it difficult to live in position of tariff, energy tariff. They are squeezing your neck. They want to suck your blood. Then the telephone lines. There is going to be violence. I'm sorry to say. And the operators of the system must learn to protect their own interests. Because there's no country in the world where people can take oppression for too long. When people are put to the wall.
But let's not also forget the effects of the middlemen.
The middlemen. They are always there to make extreme profit. So it's the responsibility of the government to ensure that there's price control. You have to enforce it. And some states are also doing. Look at it in the state. Traditional lawyers actually went to the market. The governor said, look, this, and it worked. They met with the transport union and said, look, you can't go beyond this limit. You can't just leave us at the mercy of people who want to cut off our head. So government needs to intervene to ensure that they moderate prices and to be able to subdue exorbitant prices in the market.
Your thoughts here?
No, I think truly government has to come in. The minister has been appealing. It's not about appealing.
It's not about appealing.
The president cannot come from Abuja to come and be talking about something happening in
K2 market. Exactly.
You understand? So there should be somebody else who will have the ears of the president. Maybe Commissioner for Agric, for instance, in Lagos. Maybe go into the market. How much are you selling this thing? Tomatoes, I was trying to make investigation. Tomatoes is 15,000 per crate. Compared to what it was before. True. Onions was very expensive. I heard it's not even now. It's now like one bag is now 190 compared to 350,000 that it was before. So, but who is looking at all these things? Because some people, just like I said, middlemen, because it was 350 some months back or last month, will they still be selling at 300
even
or 320?
Even a pure water bag right now is now 500 now.
Yeah. You understand?
So and I'm sure
somebody has to be there, because everybody will want to say, oh, that the fuel is too much. Even when they were even saying that they have reduced fuel by Dangote reduced, NNPC reduced, some people are still selling at 970. Yeah. That one is open market, so anybody you like, if you like,
you get to choose.
But some market people, are you going to tell me that the same day that you bought your goods at when fuel was 920, you go to the next day, it has suddenly increased just like that? They have to be that regulation.
Exactly.
They have to be that ceiling. If not, at some point, people will just get angry unnecessarily with the government, and government will just be saying, but we are doing, because I can tell you for free, this government is trying as much as possible to see how food will be very cheap. Look at the CNG buses, for instance. Do you know that close to 50%, let me say, okay, let me not exaggerate, 20 to 30% of buses in Lagos run on CNG.
But they still
charge as if you understand. So we are not even sincere with ourselves. But who is monitoring it?
Nobody's.
Who is talking about it?
I want to believe there is a law that when you exploit, I believe the FCCPC has been going around the country.
But nobody is monitoring these things. Nobody is, coming out to talk about it. At least the minister has even come out to talk about his own,
Yeah.
But
does the FCCPC even have enough personnel to actually monitor?
How many will they monitor? How many will they? So sometimes we also have to talk to ourselves. If not, we will kill ourselves over this matter. So, but we don't want to get to that point whereby people will begin to get angry and get to the market. If not that the Oni and some other traditional rulers went to the market to go and force people to say, no, this tomato has to be this price. People will not reduce the price or stick with the normal price.
Absolutely.
So we need to start talking to ourselves. Bus owners must not exploit Nigerians.
Sure. It's true.
You are using CNG. How much is CNG? 1 liter. That you are now saying,
do you think if they start putting penalties for people who exploit and there's prosecution, do you think this can help?
Who will prosecute?
Well, that's a question we leave for the government.
That's why they're monitoring.
But anyway, gentlemen, it's been a beautiful conversation.